Okay. If you've been finding your legs are looking a bit like stuffed sausages by the end of the day, or maybe, it takes you 2 or 3 tries just to heave yourself out of your favorite armchair, I really need you to stop what you're doing and listen for a few minutes. Because this isn't just, well, getting older, even though that's what we often hear, right? These are often signs your body's lost, like over 30% of its collagen. And that decline, it can speed up every year. But what if it's been hiding right there in your kitchen all this time?
Okay, yeah, let's unpack this a bit. We're not talking about expensive supplements or, those crazy diet trends that never last. We're talking about specific, pretty common foods actually that can trigger your body to make more collagen, to strengthen your joints from the inside out and help drain away that fluid buildup naturally. So this deep dive, it's really about giving you some actionable stuff, backed by science.
Yeah. And what's really fascinating here, I think, is how we can sort of help your body repair itself, naturally. We're drawing on things people knew, like ages ago, but also the latest research. So it's not just what to eat, but really understanding why these foods work so well for joint health, why they're so powerful. Our mission today really is to lay out 10 specific foods, things that could honestly change how you feel every single morning.
Okay, let's jump right in then. First up, what I sometimes call the heavyweight champion of collagen foods, bone broth. And just to be clear, this isn't your standard soup stock from a carton. It's,
Right.
well,
See,
it's
it's a
not.
really important point. Yeah.
Yeah.
True bone broth, it's simmered for a really long time. We're talking 24, maybe even 48 hours.
Mhm.
And that long simmer, that's absolutely crucial. It's how you pull out all that valuable collagen, plus things like glucosamine, chondroitin, and, all the minerals from the bones themselves. And this isn't new age stuff either. There's actual archaeological evidence showing humans making it for like over 20,000 years.
Crazy, right?
20,000 years, wow.
Yeah, using things like hot stones and animal stomach pouches, apparently. But the point is the long cooking time. So when you drink real bone broth, you're getting collagen in a form your body can just like immediately use. It's super bioavailable. The amino acids in there, especially glycine and proline, they go straight to work on your gut lining first.
Okay, hold on. So it's not just like sending collagen directly to my knees. You're saying it fixes the gut first, and that helps the joints. How does that work? That's unexpected.
Exactly. Think of your gut as the main gate for nutrients getting into your body. If that gate's damaged, leaky, you know, even the best stuff can't get through properly to where it needs to go. So healing the gut first means you absorb everything better, including all the things your joints need. And what's also cool, research from the University of Nebraska actually found compounds in bone broth that reduce inflammation, even in the lungs, which suggests these benefits are, system-wide, not just joints. Plus, the gelatin in there, it holds water, which helps keep your cartilage nice and cushiony, like a natural shock absorber.
Right. Okay. So bone broth isn't just delivering the goods. It's like prepping the whole delivery system first by fixing the gut. That makes so much sense. And the great thing is making it at home is, well, surprisingly easy and cheap. You just roast some bones, chuck them in a pot with water, maybe a splash of apple cider vinegar that helps get the minerals out, then just let it simmer, low and slow. The longer, the better, really. And it's good when it cools down and turns into jelly. That jelly, that's the good stuff. Pure collagen. Okay, on to number 2. And this one might surprise people because, well, diet culture has kind of made it the enemy. Chicken skin.
Oh, absolutely. It gets such a bad rap. But chicken skin is loaded with collagen, and it's easy for your body to absorb. Seriously, just one chicken thigh with the skin, you're looking at maybe 5 to 7 grams of collagen right there. And crucially, it's type 2 collagen. That's the exact same type that makes up your joint cartilage. There are studies showing that eating type 2 collagen can genuinely help reduce joint pain and improve mobility for people with osteoarthritis.
Wow, 5 to 7 grams, that's quite a bit. But you mentioned something else, something about the immune system. Oral tolerance. That sounds a bit out there. How can eating chicken skin possibly talk to my immune system? Can you break that down?
Yeah, it sounds strange, but it's a fascinating concept.
Yeah.
Oral tolerance, it's kind of like introducing the immune system to something gently through the gut. So by eating these specific collagen proteins, you might actually be teaching your immune system not to attack your own joint tissues. It learns to recognize them as self, as friendly. This could be really relevant for things like rheumatoid arthritis, where the immune system gets confused and attacks the joints.
Okay, whoa. So chicken skin isn't just building material. It might actually be like a peace negotiator for your immune system. That's wild. And I've actually seen this kind of thing happen. I had this client, Robert, 71, super careful about his diet, only ate boneless, skinless chicken for years. He switched to eating chicken with the skin maybe 3 times a week. And his chronic elbow pain, it just started fading after about a month. He even said his hair felt thicker, more energy. It was amazing. The trick, though, is how you cook it right. Roasting or grilling is good.
Exactly. Roasting, grilling, baking that lets the excess fat render out and drain away, but it leaves behind that crispy, collagen-rich skin. Best of both worlds.
Got it. Okay, number 3, egg whites. People tend to toss the yolks for cholesterol reasons, but the whites, they're like a secret weapon, aren't they?
They really are. Egg whites are basically pure protein, almost nothing else. And they have all the essential amino acids your body needs to build collagen, especially proline and glycine. Just 2 large egg whites give you about 6 grams of really high-quality, bioavailable protein. Your body just laps it up.
Okay, but there's loads of protein sources out there. Why are egg whites particularly good for collagen, especially when we're, getting a bit older?
Good question. It's about that specific amino acid mix and how easily your body uses it. They're super high in proline. Proline makes up about 15% of your collagen structure. And while your body can make proline, it gets much less efficient at it as we age. So egg whites give you a direct, easy source. They also have lysine, which is crucial for creating the crosslinks in collagen. Think of those like the knots that hold the collagen fibers together tightly, making them strong. Plus, egg white protein has a super high biological value, like 88 out of 100. That means very little waste. Your body uses almost all of it, which is great, especially if digestion isn't quite what it used to be.
Ah, I see. So egg whites are like these perfectly designed little protein packages, giving us exactly the built-in blocks for strong collagen, just when our bodies are slowing down production. That makes sense. And they're easy to use, right? Chuck them in smoothies, maybe make meringues, or just add an extra white to your scrambled eggs.
Exactly. Very versatile. Easy way to boost that specific protein intake.
Okay, so we've got the building blocks, but you need something to actually put them together, right? Like
Yeah.
a spark plug. And that's where our next food group comes in. Citrus fruits, they don't have collagen, but you absolutely need them to make it.
Critically important, yes. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits, limes. They're packed with vitamin C. And vitamin C isn't just helpful, it is literally required for collagen synthesis. Your body cannot make collagen properly without it, full stop.
Okay, required. You mentioned defective bricks earlier. What does vitamin C actually do at that tiny molecular level? How is it the spark plug?
Right. So vitamin C acts as a helper molecule, a cofactor for 2 really important enzymes, prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase. These enzymes are like the molecular welders. They do the crucial job of linking and strengthening the collagen fibers correctly. Without vitamin C, these enzymes just can't work. So the collagen your body tries to make ends up weak, unstable, it just falls apart. That's why scurvy, the old sailor's disease from vitamin C deficiency, caused things like teeth falling out and wounds not healing. The collagen was literally disintegrating.
Wow, okay, so it's like the quality control manager for collagen building.
It's a good way to put it. And citrus does more than just that. They also have these things called bioflavonoids like hesperidin and diosmin. European studies show these can actually help reduce leg swelling and improve blood circulation. They're even used as prescription meds in France for vein problems.
No way. So citrus helps build collagen. A&D helps with the stuffed sausage legs, potentially. That's huge. So the key takeaway is vitamin C isn't optional for collagen. It's essential. And maybe eat the whole fruit, pith and all.
Yes. The white pith under the peel, though it's bitter, can have way more bioflavonoids, like up to 60% more.
Right. Maybe add orange segments with a bit of pith to yogurt. Or freezing lemon slices for water is a good tip, too. Slowly releasing everything.
Good ideas. Every little bit helps.
Okay, sticking with vitamin C, but taking it up a notch, our next food, bell peppers. Especially the red ones. They're like vitamin C superheroes.
Yeah, absolutely. One medium red bell pepper. You're getting over 190% of your daily vitamin C. That's nearly 3 times what an orange gives you. But they offer more. They have capsanthin, that is a carotenoid that actually helps protect the collagen you already have, and they're rich in vitamin A as beta-carotene. Vitamin A is key for regulating the genes involved in making collagen, ensuring you make, high-quality stuff. One pepper gives you about 75% of your daily vitamin A.
Okay, so vitamin C to build, capsanthin, and vitamin A to protect and ensure quality. That's a powerhouse. And you mentioned something really important earlier, the low sugar content. Why is that so crucial for keeping collagen healthy?
That's a really key point. Bell peppers are packed with nutrients, but have hardly any calories, maybe 40 in a big one, and almost 0 sugar. This is vital because excess sugar floating around in your bloodstream can actually damage your collagen directly. There's a process called glycation. Sugar molecules literally stick onto your collagen fibers. This makes the collagen stiff, brittle, less flexible. Basically, it ages your tissues prematurely. So avoiding excess sugar is key to protecting collagen. Bell peppers also have quercetin, another flavonoid that helps reduce inflammation and might even help prevent cartilage breakdown.
Ah, glycation, the sugar damage. So bell peppers give you the good stuff without the bad stuff that actively hurts collagen. That's the insight. They're multitaskers, building, protecting, and low in sugar. Fantastic. So raw is best for vitamin C.
Generally, yes, raw preserves the most vitamin C, so slice them up for salads, dip them in hummus, but roasting them actually makes some of the other nutrients, like the carotenoids, a bit more available. So mixing it up raw and cooked is probably ideal.
Good tip. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk protection and anti-inflammation with our next food. Wild-caught salmon. What really struck me here was this dual role, protecting the collagen we have and fighting inflammation body-wide.
Yes, and the emphasis has to be on wild caught. It makes a huge difference. Wild salmon has much higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, the good fats, and also astaxanthin, sometimes up to 4 times more omega-3s than farm salmon. Astaxanthin is what gives salmon that deep pink color, and it's one of nature's most powerful antioxidants. And here's a little secret: the skin. Most people throw it away, but it's actually a really rich source of collagen itself. In places like Japan, where people live incredibly long lives and have very low rates of joint problems, crispy salmon skin is considered a treat. They knew.
Right. That connection to longevity cultures is fascinating. So how do those omega-3s and that astaxanthin actually shield our collagen? What's the mechanism?
Okay, so the omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA, they work like natural anti-inflammatories throughout your system. They basically dial down the body's production of inflammatory messengers, things called cytokines and eicosanoids. Since inflammation is a major driver of collagen breakdown and joint damage, reducing it directly protects your collagen. It shields it. Then astaxanthin adds another layer of defense as a potent antioxidant, neutralizing those free radicals that damage collagen fibers. And let's not forget, salmon is also rich in vitamin D, which you need for calcium absorption and strong bones. It all works together for healthier joints.
Okay, so wild salmon is like putting up an anti-inflammatory shield around your collagen while also providing building blocks like vitamin D. That's a powerful combination. And, this hits close to home. My own dad, he's 74, had terrible knee swelling for years, tried everything. Then he just started eating wild Alaskan salmon with the skin 3 times a week. And honestly, within about 6 weeks, the swelling went way down. He started walking again without pain. His doctor was floored. His inflammation markers in his blood tests dropped almost 40%. It was incredible.
That's a fantastic real-world example. It really shows the power of consistent, targeted nutrition.
Absolutely. Okay, next up, berries. Everyone loves berries. And turns out they're not just tasty, they're serious collagen protectors too.
They really are. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These give berries their vibrant colors and are incredibly powerful antioxidants. They basically act like bodyguards for your collagen. They neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that constantly attack our cells and break down collagen. Berries stop them in their tracks. They also contain something called ellagic acid. Research suggests this can help prevent collagen from breaking down due to things like UV damage from the sun or just general inflammation.
Little bodyguards, I like that.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned they can help protect against sugar damage too. How does that work?
Yeah, exactly. Bodyguards. And some newer research suggests the polyphenols in berries might even directly stimulate your cells to produce more collagen. Strawberries are especially good, super high in vitamin C. 1 cup gives you like 150% of your daily need, and they're relatively low in sugar compared to some other fruits. And that's key because the fiber in berries helps slow down how quickly your body absorbs sugar. This prevents those sharp blood sugar spikes that lead to that damaging glycation process we talked about with the bell peppers.
Got it. So berries are doing triple duty, protecting from free radicals, maybe stimulating new collagen, and helping manage blood sugar to prevent glycation. That's impressive for something so small. And a good tip I heard is buying frozen berries. Sometimes they're actually better.
Often, yes. They're usually picked right at their peak ripeness and then flash frozen immediately. This locks in the nutrients, sometimes even better than fresh berries that have traveled a long way. Freezing can also break down cell walls slightly, potentially making some nutrients easier to absorb.
Good to know. Okay, number 8 might seem a bit random for joints. Garlic. How does garlic fit into collagen health?
It might seem odd, but garlic is fundamentally important. It's rich in sulfur, and sulfur is an absolutely essential component for building collagen. It's also needed to form these things called disulfide bonds within the collagen structure. Think of these bonds like steel reinforcing bars in concrete. They give collagen its strength, its stability, its resilience. Without enough sulfur, your collagen is just weaker. Beyond sulfur, garlic contains unique compounds, especially one called allicin.
Allicin, right. And you mentioned it affects MMPs.
Matrix.
Metalloproteinase. Can you simplify that? What are MMPs and what does garlic do to them?
Okay, yeah, MMPs. Think of them as your body's natural demolition crew for collagen. They're enzymes whose job is to break down old, worn-out collagen so your body can replace it with new stuff. That's normal and necessary. But sometimes, especially as we age or if there's chronic inflammation, the body produces too many MMPs. The demolition crew goes wild and starts breaking down healthy collagen too fast. Studies suggest that compounds in garlic, like allicin, can actually help regulate these MMPs, reducing their activity by up to 30% in some cases. It helps keep the demolition crew in check.
Ah, okay. So garlic helps build strong collagen with sulfur, and it protects it by stopping the body from breaking it down too quickly. Makes sense.
Exactly. Plus, garlic is famous for its anti-inflammatory effects and for boosting circulation. It helps relax blood vessels, partly through producing hydrogen sulfide, which can improve blood flow, potentially reducing that fluid pooling in the legs. Some studies show circulation improvements up to 50%. And allicin has natural antibiotic effects too, which might help tamp down low-grade infections that can sometimes contribute to joint inflammation.
Wow, garlic is doing a lot. So the key insight is it provides structure and protection and boosts circulation. Quite the multitasker.
And there's a trick to activating the allicin, right? You have to crush it first.
Yes, that's crucial. Crush or chop the garlic and then let it sit for about 10 minutes before you heat it or add acid like lemon juice. This waiting time allows an enzyme called alliinase to convert a precursor, allicin, into the active allicin. Heat deactivates that enzyme, so you need to let the reaction happen first. Aiming for maybe 2-3 cloves a day is a good goal.
Got it. Crush, wait 10 minutes, then cook. Okay, almost there. Number 9, leafy greens. And not just iceberg lettuce, right? We're talking the dark stuff.
Definitely the dark stuff. Kale, Swiss chard, spinach, collard greens. These are nutritional powerhouses. They're rich in chlorophyll, the green pigment. And studies suggest chlorophyll can actually increase your body's production of procollagen. That's the precursor molecule to collagen. They're also loaded with vitamin K1. Most people don't get enough K1, and it's absolutely vital for bone health because it helps regulate calcium. Okay, vitamin K1, calcium, bone health, I get that. But how does that link back to swollen legs or overall joint comfort? It feels a bit indirect.
It's a really important link, actually. Vitamin K1 acts like a traffic cop for calcium. It directs calcium into your bones and teeth where you need it, and crucially, it helps keep it out of your arteries and other soft tissues. When calcium builds up in blood vessel walls, it makes them stiff, less flexible, which impairs circulation and can definitely contribute to fluid retention and swelling, especially lower down in the legs. These greens are also packed with magnesium. Almost half of older adults are deficient, and magnesium deficiency can cause muscle cramps, joint stiffness, even swelling. Just 1 cup of cooked Swiss chard gives you nearly 40% of your daily magnesium. Plus, magnesium is needed for hundreds of reactions in the body, including steps in collagen formation.
Ah, okay. So leafy greens are like the complete package, helping build collagen precursors, strengthening bones by directing calcium properly, and fighting stiffness and swelling with magnesium. That's way more than just vitamins. And the tip is to eat them with some fat.
Yes, definitely. Vitamins like K are fat-soluble, so eating greens with olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, it dramatically increases absorption. And for tough greens like kale, massaging it first with a bit of oil and lemon juice really helps break it down. It makes it much nicer to eat raw.
Good tip. Okay, our final food, number 10, avocados. You mentioned they don't have collagen themselves, but they're essential support players.
Exactly. Avocados are fantastic support. They're full of vitamin E, which is an antioxidant that protects your collagen fats from damage. And they also have vitamin K, contributing to that bone health and calcium balance we just talked about. One avocado gives a good chunk of both. But the really unique thing about avocados for joints are these rare fats called polyhydroxylated fatty alcohols. PFAs.
PFAs, polyhydroxylated fatty alcohols, that's a mouthful. Are these only in avocados? And how powerful are they against inflammation?
They're pretty unique to avocados in the plant world, yeah? And they seem quite powerful. Research, like studies out of UC Davis, has shown that avocado extracts containing these PFAs can significantly reduce inflammatory markers, maybe by up to 40% in lab settings. They're even being looked at as a potential osteoarthritis treatment. Some research also suggests the main fat in avocados, oleic acid, might help repair cartilage damage too.
Wow, okay, so they have their own anti-inflammatory compounds.
Yes, and perhaps just as importantly, the healthy fats in avocados act like nutrient boosters for everything else you eat. Remember we said adding fat helps absorb nutrients from greens. Adding avocado to a salad can boost the absorption of carotenoids, like from carrots or bell peppers, by like 15 times. So they make all the other collagen-friendly foods you're eating work even better. Plus, those healthy fats help maintain healthy cell membranes everywhere, including your joints, which means better transport of nutrients in and waste products out.
Okay, the big insight for avocados. They're not just healthy fat. They're like this sophisticated nutrient delivery system that fights inflammation on its own and makes all your other healthy foods work harder for your joints. That's brilliant. And half an avocado a day is a good target. Add it to eggs, toast, smoothies.
Perfect. Half an avocado daily is a great goal. Very easy to incorporate.
Okay, so we've got these 10 amazing foods. Bone broth, chicken skin, egg whites, citrus, bell peppers, salmon, berries, garlic, leafy greens, and avocados. How do people realistically put this together without feeling overwhelmed?
Great question. It's not about eating all 10 every single day. That would be stressful. Think about combining them. Maybe a smoothie in the morning with some egg whites, berries, maybe even a splash of bone broth if you're adventurous. Lunch could be a big salad, leafy greens, bell peppers, avocado, maybe some leftover chicken with the skin, right? Dinner, maybe some wild salmon with roasted veggies tossed in garlic and olive oil. See how they kind of naturally fit together, both pace-wise and nutritionally.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about rotating them through the week and being consistent.
Exactly. Aim for, say, 4 or 5 of these foods each day. Mix it up. Keep it interesting. This isn't meant to be some strict, miserable diet. It's about consistently giving your body the tools it needs.
And patience, right. This isn't going to fix things overnight.
Definitely. Rebuilding collagen, calming inflammation, that takes time. You need to give it at least maybe 6 to 8 weeks of really consistent effort to start noticing significant changes. But stick with it because it really can make a difference.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening right now? It means those swollen ankles, those creaky knees, that stiffness. It doesn't have to be your permanent reality. Your body genuinely wants to heal itself. You just need to give it the right building blocks and protectors. These 10 foods we dove into, they were specifically chosen, based on science, based on tradition. They work together to help rebuild collagen, soothe inflammation, and get that fluid moving properly again. So my encouragement to you is just start. Pick 1 or 2 foods from the list that sound good to you. Maybe try making bone broth this weekend. Or add berries and avocado to your breakfast. Then next week, add another one. Pay attention. How do your joints feel? Is the swelling in your ankles any better? Notice the small changes.
And if you zoom out, look at the bigger picture. What we're really talking about is understanding the choices you make every single day about what you eat. They're incredibly powerful. You're essentially tapping into nature's pharmacy to support your body's own amazing ability to heal and stay vital for the long haul, which really makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. You've likely spent decades looking after everyone else. Your family, your job, your responsibilities. Maybe now. Maybe it's finally time to put yourself first, just a little bit. One nourishing, collagen-boosting meal at a time. Think about your future self. The one walking easier, feeling lighter, not needing to put their feet up the minute they sit down. That version of you is waiting for you to take that first step. So what will you put on your plate today?